So I'm currently champ 3 in 2s and champ 2 in 3s. And essentially, I just want to give some people some advice. So if you are in lower ranks, such as like diamond or platinum, just want to give some few tips. Just if anyone is stuck on, there goes my game. If anyone's stuck on like trying to figure out, why my heart stuck diamond, champ is impossible or something like that, I'm gonna just tell you guys some quick advice that I would give if I was in your current situation, on like what things I could be improving on, etc. So the first and like most important thing, which I just hear non-stop, is just constantly blaming teammates. Because you get to a point that you start to realize that as soon as you blame people, like, you instantly just disregard yourself. Yeah, so when you blame your teammate for losing a game, you are essentially just telling yourself that you did nothing wrong that game and that you shouldn't even be thinking about your mistakes that you possibly could have made in that game. Essentially, how I like to put it is that if you blame your teammates, it basically just stops you from improving, because you just try to factor out yourself from every single scenario and just shift all the blame to your teammates. If you ever do lose a game or like concede a goal, that you're just constantly just thinking like, what could I have done better? How could I have like been in a better position for like your teammates or something? And that's really like how you honestly get better. If you just keep on thinking about how did your teammate mess up a goal, then the straight up answer is that you'll just never improve. You'll never get better. Or at least you'll just slowly get better. So I guess yeah, that's the main thing that I just want to get out of the way. Now, in terms of like actual gameplay, what I see too many people doing is just not taking control of the ball. Let's say threes, yeah? Everyone's committed, everyone's on this side. This is your half. Someone pings a ball to you from opposite. What many people do is they just instantly try to shoot and score a goal, but 9 times out of 10 that just never works. Number one thing you need to be doing is when someone pings a ball, you need to be controlling it and try to get a good dribble in there, because once you do, you have so many opportunities for like a good flick to flick it over someone. I'm gonna try get in a game. Actually no, I'm gonna show you guys this quick replay that I have of this like perfectly being demonstrated. Yeah, so here's the first example. There's actually lots of instances in this game, but this is the first one that I found. So this is me right now, and we're both racing this ball. We try to get a good 50, clear it out, which does happen. And then I believe it's KJ. So right here, obviously what he's gonna do is the wrong thing. What he does is he sees the ball, he thinks, oh my gosh, it's my side, I need to clear this right now. So he goes for it and just sends it. And you can see this does absolutely nothing. All it does is just gives us the ball now. Well, if we didn't miss, then yeah. But look, you can see I take control of this, and look, now we're in the counter. Oh, it happens again, but anyways, you get the point. This isn't the best example, but what he could have done in this instance was took a touch. If he took a very small touch here, you can see that I'm already like flipping coming into it. If he just took a small touch, I would have been sent. And then instantly, it would have been him versus my other 2 teammates. And then if he dribbled the ball, possibly got a good flick onto the backboard, teammates are waiting, easy goal. This is like the number one thing I just see like so much happening in threes. It's just this, constantly just booming the ball for no reason. You should always just try like controlling the ball whenever you can. That's like the number one thing that I'd recommend. Yeah, so even right here, I was quite impressed about this, but what you'll see is that many people in this instance, they would instantly just slam the ball off of that corner. And I'm assuming that's mainly what lower ranks would do, but this is the correct thing. The correct thing that I would have been doing, that I would have done here if I was this person, is got a touch, exactly like he did, and to try to get a good flick into center. you know, this is still a lot better. He goes for the 50, and this could potentially get passed to his own teammate and had a good chance. Yeah, so right here, yeah, perfect. You can see, so my team is orange. We've lost 2 players right now because me and then my other teammate, we made a challenge. So we're in quite a bad spot here. They could easily tie this game right now. The ball gets sent. Me and my teammate are still like on their side at the very back. Best thing you can do here, dribble it, like I said. Just try to get a good dribble to maybe their right side, and then you could possibly hook shot this in, or maybe just flick it on backboard, wait for a teammate. But you can see what this person does is they think, oh my gosh, I need to just send it to the other side, or else we're gonna lose our chance. And what this does is literally just passes it to third man. And look, he does the correct thing, controls it. This is literally contrast. This is like the perfect example. This shows what one player did wrong and what one player did good. This person thought, you know, we need to rush this, just send it. This is what many lower ranks do, and it's just such an important thing. Just take control right here. There's no need to just slam this. And then look, the right thing is what my teammate does. He takes a touch and actually controls it. And look, he just got it over one just by taking a simple touch over, and no one's there because of bad rotation. But anyways, that's just such an important thing that many lower ranks don't do. They just don't take control. And it happens so much in threes. It's just a very weird thing that happens, and I don't know why. So another tip I'd give, this actually really links to my previous one, is to just play ones. Obviously I don't, but I used to, and what ones does is it basically teaches you how to control the ball, because you see, like what I've shown you in that threes game, is that everybody thinks that when you have the ball, the whole objective is just to keep on hitting it to the other side. But what ones teaches you is how to actually control the ball and use it effectively. Definitely you need to be playing ones if you just want to get better in general. Alright, if you're in diamond, it's very important that you know how to fast aerial. Yeah, because you'll see that many lower ranks don't actually like learn how to fast aerial until they're like champ, which is actually like the same for me. Surprisingly, like I didn't learn how to fast aerial until I was like champ 3, I think, like literally this rank. But yeah, fast aerial is just very important. Just you can beat like lots of low ranks like to the ball just instantly. Also, I think switching to directional aerial is also a pretty good move to do, because you'll just have a lot more control with like accuracy and like where you want to hit the ball. Obviously, you know, air rolling is pretty cool, but that's not the main purpose of having directional air roll. It's just for shot placement. So like I did a shooting consistency. Yeah, this is one of my favorite training packs. You know, just pressing one button like instantly allows your card to turn. It's just that easy. So I personally have air roll left, bind it to L1, and then air roll right, bind it to R1. I think it's a lot better because, you know, you can just have a lot more precise, you know, accuracy with your shots. It's just a lot more quicker. Another tip is to honestly just watch people who are better than you. So, you know, like trying to watch like pro gameplay, it could really like help you quite a lot. You might not think so, but like you can see, like you can sort of compare like scenarios. So like what I usually like to do is when I'm watching like when they're in a like scenario, I just think, okay, what would I do? And then 9 times out of 10 they'll do the like complete different thing to what I'm thinking of, and in the end it's probably a better outcome than what I would have had if I did like my ideas in that scenario, if that makes sense. It's like it's a good way to like compare like what they do compared to what you do. But I think like the number one takeaway of this video is to just follow that second tip of just controlling the ball. I think that's the easiest way you'll get the champ, in my opinion. Like, if you take away one thing, it's that, and also to not be toxic, because being toxic and blaming teammates, it's just, you'll never improve. Like, I'm telling you right now, you will never improve if you just keep on doing that. Even though, you know, sometimes it could be true that they do sell, but in the end, like, what can you do? You just have to deal with it and just improve on yourself. So, you know, like watching replays of yourself, just seeing what could you have done better. That's really my ultimate advice.